So I was going to do my research on why marijuana should not be legalized in any way. Well, one of my reasons was because I didn't think that it had any any medical purposes. I thought it was like when people just make an excuse to go get their medical card and smoke weed. But, so when I was doing my research, I came across the topic on drunk driving, and so I clicked on it, and what came up also was the texting. The texting and driving is the same thing as drunk driving. So I kind of relate, or well, put it this way, like I don't like when I'm a passenger and they're texting while they're driving or on the phone. So I mean, it kind of irritates me because I feel unsafe, and even though I do it too. I text and drive or be on the phone too. I remember the first week I bought my truck. I was gonna be a junior in high school, and so my birthday's on August 11th. And my mom bought me a new phone. So it was like, it was an iPhone. I don't remember, like 4S I think or something. And I was using it, and so I bought it on a Wednesday. It was on Saturday. I crashed it. I crashed my truck, and I spent $4,000 to fix it. And it happened to me once. It happened to me like 3 times. So my second time was, oh no, 4 times. The second time was when I was coming home from work, and like I like to park my truck in my garage like backwards, or on reverse. And so I was on my phone, and I crashed on my dad's jackhammer. And the jackhammer cost them $1,800, so I messed that up, and I messed my truck up. And my dad made me pay for it. And to fix that, it cost me $500 because I lied to insurance saying it was a hit and run, because I don't want to spend more money fixing it. And then so I fixed that, and I was went fishing. There's a car parked behind me, and I thought I put it on drive. I was on my phone, but I put it on reverse, and I crashed this car. He was cool about it, he was like, just give me $400 and it'll be good. So I gave him $400. I didn't fix that one because usually when I do something twice, I feel pretty stupid and I'm trying to do it again. And so I just left it like that. And again, there was a post. I was at the store. There was a post behind, and I was in a hurry. I got a call from my parents about the situation. So I was in a hurry while I was calling. I reversed and I had the post, made it bigger, the dent, and I didn't fix that. So and my brother, he wanted to use my truck, and at that time he was probably 16 years old. That was when he got his license. And also he used to, I guess he went to some party, I guess, and he crashed my truck. So he paid for that, but the reason he crashed was also because he was texting, and and I saw another dam like that unfixed. Not fixed, that's too expensive. Really good worse. And also my point is that it's kind of equivalent to drinking and driving. So why I feel like they should be punished the same way, because it impairs your vision when you're driving. there was a survey done by State Farm that said about 57% of the teams were texting and driving, that had texted and driving or on the phone while driving. Well, I'm pretty sure there's more, and I just don't want to tell the truth. So. Oh, and I feel like that since like you get caught texting and driving, it's like the first time is $76, which I mean anybody could pay. They have a car and they have a phone, probably pay. The second time is $190, but then again you can still pay that too. So I feel that if it's penalty, well, doesn't seem way as drinking and driving, and the fees will be higher and more people will be scared, or they'll fear of getting caught. Also, they get points on their license when you get caught drinking and driving. So more people would try not to do it. Many people will still do it, but more people are less likely to be texting and driving because they just don't want to go through all the, how do you say, all the process. So coming to a conclusion, I feel that drinking and driving is the same thing as texting and driving, and it should be punished the same way, or penalized. Or punished the same way. Thank you.
All right, Shay, tell us what you thought quickly.
I wasn't exactly clear on his concept. Is he okay with why marijuana should not be legalized? And then he went into the tangent of texting while driving. So I'm not sure where the thesis was. If the value statement was that texting is bad, the main source of evidence that he used was basically testimony, but I feel that he could have had more facts and statistics in there to support this point. Other than that, he used no notes, so it seemed conversational. That was a nice aspect of it. And very few fillers. But I think just the main thing that he needs to work on is clarity of the topic.
Okay. Well, I'll agree with you. Clarity of topic is a problem. I think that you're also dependent. I mean, you tell us basically 4 stories that are personal experience. They're very repetitive. You're clearly not learning the lesson. Sorry about that. I know that sounds kind of judgmental, but the first $4,000 mistake that you made, I don't imagine that I would be making that mistake again. So the fact that it repeated seems to suggest that definitely we need something more significant. There's got to be a greater consequence on this. But I think one story like that would be enough. And then you need some more statistical information. The only statistic that we got was toward the end. You know, when you talked about the percentage of students that, or kids that acknowledge that they text while they're driving, I think you needed some more information on that. You needed some data about the frequency with which distracted driving accounts for accidents, even fatalities. I think that would be helpful. I'd agree with Shay about the delivery. For the most part, you're looking at the audience. I mean, you're not dependent on notes. Sometimes you do look away while you are speaking, not towards us, but kind of down and around. But your energy level is a little inconsistent, and so that should be stronger. But it's really the content that is the bigger issue, and I think you probably recognize that about your own speech too. All right, thank you. Vikash is going to be our next speaker, and Ms. Vaughn, we're going to do your evaluation.